Hi, this is Mary Jo, and I am here with Shaun Higgins of CrossCountry Mortgage, and we're going to talk about ours and your favorite subject, money, money, money. There's so many myths going around, and Shaun and I are just really tired of misinformation. And I'm going to let him start, and then I'll do my rant.
Okay.
You go.
Well, I think what we're talking about, Mary Jo, is that there's so much misinformation in regards to what's going on with the current real estate market. It goes back to the same old theory where if it bleeds, it leads, right, guys? And there is a lot of positive things going out there. We also hear a lot of comparison to the 2008 housing crash, and they just had NAR had a survey that came out and said that 67% of potential homebuyers expect a housing crash, which is concerning, right? Because that's really not the reality. We don't have the same factors we had in 2008. And if anything, we have lots of opportunity. So I feel that we have to be a megaphone to the market right now and give them accurate information, not on perception of what my opinion is, but based on the data that's out there in regards to things that accumulate to a crash and also where things are trending. So I think that we have an opportunity to help educate people on the opportunities they have more than kind of the detriment of where the market's going right now.
I just want to jump in a little bit about media. When we were during recession, just beginning to crawl out, there was a financial guru on NBC Morning, and she started off by saying you need 20% down, you need a 700 plus credit score, you need to have like an infinity job history, and it was all wrong. It was just wrong, wrong, wrong. Her assistants had given her bad information. People like Susie Orman said, $100,000 off the asking. Susie isn't really certified in anything. Forbes sued her for misinformation. And now we have Goldman Sachs saying, we're going to crash, we're going to crash. Well, they're in the stock market. The stock market got totally beat up. We all lost money in the stock market. But that doesn't translate to housing. Besides which, they all live in Connecticut. They take the train to New York and they sit in their cubbyhole going, the world is falling apart. And it's not.
Right, and just to piggyback off that, there's also, the sentiment of people right now that are actually taking the steps to move into the financing side that haven't, or basically are listening to other people's advice or what the buzz on the street is. And the reality is they're misinformed as well. And we're finding that they're getting to the step of getting pre-approved and searching for homes. But once they get closer to it, that static from people they know, their friends, family, or co-workers are, making them pause. And the reality is, again, is that, if they have the right information and we can take a really good look at their particular situation, we can really remedy some of the factors that are out there that are causing people to have some anxiety.
And an example of that, I had some buyers from Zillow who were out looking for a house. And they said, it's too expensive. We're going to wait for the market crash. That was 4 years ago. Same house they were looking at then is probably $100,000 higher than it was at that time. The people who wait lose because prices always go up. And the interest rate, we don't know right now, but there's a small amount of inventory on the market. And what happens when you have demand? Price keeps rising. Last year was crazy. Prices are not going to slash like they did in 2008. It's just not going to happen. They'll go down to a little more normal, but we're not seeing more than 5%. And there are a few that are sitting there. They're waiting for buyers. So buyers have way more options right now. We're negotiating repairs. We're negotiating seller contribution. It's not crashing. It's happening for buyers right now.
Yeah, and just to add to that too, I think both of us being in the industry we're in, you hear a lot of people saying, they're always saying the glass half full. They're being super positive because they want to make money and sell houses and do mortgages. Well, the reality is, yes, that's how we pay our bills. But if we're getting really honest about it too, guys, like my main goal with people is to help advise them to create wealth in using real estate as their vehicle, right? And if that's the case, and we know there's opportunity there, we need to get that information out to them. And yes, our job is to do those transactions. But again, at the end of the day, if we have the knowledge and we can provide that to you guys and give you enough information that you feel you can make the best decision for you, then we've done our job.
Buying a house is transformational because people, they buy their four walls, but what they're buying is a new lifestyle. They're looking for a place where Fred can run in the backyard, you can play balls with him, or the kids, you want a fenced yard, the school systems, or if you're planning a family, it's transformational. People change within the first year of owning their own home. So my job is to educate them not only for when they buy, but sometime down the line, they'll want to sell. So making sure that it is a good investment, as Shaun is saying, and they begin to build their wealth with a new home.
Yeah, and then one other thing I'd like to add to that too, guys, is that when you're looking at the purchase of real estate, right? Right now, we're probably in the most circumstantial type scenario when it comes to people that currently own homes, right? A lot of them are tied to, we actually have the stats, 83% of people have a 4% or lower rate. But there is a category of people that I call in the 5 Ds, right? Death, divorce, diapers, diamonds, and diploma. People in that category can't sit and decide whether the interest rates are ideal. There's a life event that needs to happen. So I'd encourage you, if you find yourself in those 5 Ds, reach out to us so we can walk you through how you can get in a situation we can remedy some of these other factors you're concerned about.
So stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for our next video.